Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a quick look here at Filecoin, seeing what's going on. This is an awesome coin. Really, really love to see this here. I mean, it's easy to say you like something more when it actually does what you expect it to do, but the same accord, it's got a lot of good, really good following, and I want to say thank you again to all my Filecoin viewers, essentially. So really, really cool. Thanks for the awesome feedback yesterday. There's one troll, of course, that was a little short heavy. They kept getting mad at me for saying that I was going to, saying that you shouldn't take a short. It's just kind of funny. I'm sure they're probably somewhere in the liquidation heat map here for us. So we're going to take a look at that and see what's going on. And if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, love to teach people to trade. I hope you can learn something today. Quick congrats to our community here. This is our day trading scalping bot. Of course, most of my bots are all going long right now. Matic is long, Solana is long, and I think we also have Ethereum and BNB going long as well. So again, cool stuff there, but mainly just want to highlight this ICP trade over the weekend, 140% in 3 days. Of course, one of our older swing trades from the graph at about 10 days. Well, 9 days old, roughly 10 days old, 65%. So again, swing trades vary, folks, and they are a lot of fun if you're doing them correctly. Just remember, set it and forget it. Try not to just sit there and analyze all day long. It can really drive you crazy if you're not careful. So take a look here at Filecoin. Let's look at this. A lot of long liquidation at about 560. So anyone who got in around the range of $5 to $6, congrats to you on that. That is awesome. Comment below if that is you. At this point, though, if we look at the smaller time frames, we can kind of identify more specific levels in the last 12 hours. So if we kind of zoom in here, we can see there's a lot more longs here at about 7.5 and roughly an accumulation between 820 and 850. Okay, now these liquidation levels are important to understand. I get the question, hey, how in the heck do you use that to your advantage? Well, if there's a heavy accumulation of liquidation at a specific level, the price will gravitate towards that because it opens up the floodgates to be able to push the price action wherever you want, which is what the whales are doing, right? We're not doing this. The whales are doing this, okay? So popular contrary to belief, this is not us. So what we want to do is get on the right side of tracks and understand what they're doing and why they're doing it, and effectively understand what their destinations are. So we're going to look at this here on the daily first, just to quickly clarify a couple of things and note that we are above all moving averages, still bullish. Our ascending trend line is looking very strong, and there's no reason to consider shorting into this coin. Yes, you can get successful by shorting here to here, but again, how many times are you going to get liquidated before that works out for you? Okay. Again, try not to be one of those megalomaniacs online that's posting phenomenal results and all you're doing is trying to do that for them so people see how awesome you are. Stroking your ego does nothing for trading and building your portfolio. Occasionally it works. For the most part, you're going to get destroyed if that is the case. I am talking to some of those folks that were emphasizing how important it is to try to short this coin right now. Not a good call. Either way, stochastic RSI is swinging up. Traditional RSI is up and money flow is high. Money flow index is higher than the RSI, which tells us that it has sustainability, mainly because it's not viewed as overextended, which it technically is, but it's not viewed as like extremely overbought, whereas everyone else thinks that it's still worth buying into because there's this kind of craze that goes into it. It usually lasts at least 3 days, so we probably got one more green day ahead of us. Again, these are just standard normal things, not necessarily a fact, but truth is I cover a lot of coins that do perform like this consistently, and there's absolutely no reason to try to take a riskier trade to the downside. You're better off taking a long position at a lower level if that is even the case. So we're going to take a look at the 4 hour and kind of see where we're at. We're again above all moving averages. You'll hear that as a common theme right now, and mainly the reason why that's important to recognize is so you know that we're on the right side of tracks, that the upstream is still streaming up, or sorry, the money is still flowing, if you will. Speaking of money flow, let's double check this here as well. Same scenario. Money flow index is quite high. It's coming on, it's tapering off, of course. Last 4 hours it was selling off. We have a pretty massive overextension that's very common, but stochastic RSI is still swinging upwards. MACD is converging. We are, still converging, but we're losing some momentum. All these things are quite common when the price action legs up like it did. You see this perfect little bull flag pattern here as well, which we covered yesterday. So what does that all mean for us? Well, technically at this point, we got some fib levels we want to pay attention to and understand. These are some larger time frame fibs. That 0.236 is $7.50 mark. I'm rounding up a little, 7.45 is a potential support level. In other words, previous resistance turns support. Okay, so price comes up here, is like, nope, not going to happen. All right, we're going to retry. Nope, and break, right? And then of course, the price comes down. That there's a stronger likelihood it could bounce off that level. Is that a guarantee? Absolutely not. But 0.236 is a really common area for the price to kind of bounce, specifically when that level is a previous resistance. Okay, so just a thought there. More likely to happen, 0.5, 0.382, right here between 670 and $7 even, would more than likely be the area of retracement. In other words, we have a heavier volume accumulation at this level. That is a previous resistance level we've identified, as well as that being a potential new support. You can see the price comes up, closes above that level for about 8 hours and continues higher. There's a good chance the price comes down to that level. We'll get a solid bounce off that range. So to me, I'd rather wait for the price to pull back to that level and take a long that may never happen than to try to short to that level. That's just kind of where my headspace is at. Again, we've identified that this is a bullish trend. Why short into it? You can have some luck. Trust me, that's mostly what it is, though. Again, if you short, it's nothing, no disrespect or it's not a bad thing per se. It's just if you're going to do it, monitor it. Don't just open a short and walk away. Watch it close. Move your stop loss lower as the price goes down, and effectively your profit goes up, and ensure you secure the profit. That's the kind of the goal, right? I don't know if you realize this, but if you're in the market of trading, your business is to earn money. If you do not earn money, you're not going to be successful. Again, just some interesting things to kind of think about that people totally disregard and forget about because they're watching some retard. Sorry, that's not politically correct. They're watching somebody else that doesn't perform correctly and just kind of thinks, trades with emotion instead of otherwise, or they're trading for the wrong reasons. This is for you, right? If you learn good risk tolerance and good risk management, you'll be just fine. I teach all that in my trading university. So, Ichimoku Cloud, all green lights here to leave your long position open. There's no indication that this is going to discontinue. The price goes sideways for 24 more hours. We may want to reconsider. So once we get stuck in a range bound, it could potentially break to the downside. Okay, at this point, we're probably going to be working within the natural fib levels, price bounce here or price bounce here. One of those two things seems ideal at this point. So hourly looks pretty good. Last thing we want to just double check too is see if we got any sell signals on the 15-minute with our CC golden indicator. And truth be told, we're getting a new buy signal here, kind of right in the 750 range. Okay. So again, this indicator is pretty darn good about picking up at low points and telling you when to sell. And again, just pretty straightforward, right? So hypothetically, at this point, with us having a green sign here, it tells me that we may not see a massive correction. Once again, dollar cost average into your position if you're going to take a trade at the top. I don't recommend going all in right now. Just you got to recognize that is not the case. But with us having a recent sell signal, there's a decent chance that we could see a further correction to the downside, and that's ultimately what we want to respect. Okay. So again, 750 potential entry target, $7 even, $6.70 as a tertiary. Something along those lines would seem appropriate for a averaging in or margining into your position. So that's the thoughts that I have there. I hope they were sound and effective. If you want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is a site. Make sure you join Bitunix, phenomenal exchange that we are all using as a community, mainly because no VPN KYC requirements for my US Canadian numbers. So that is there for you if you like it. Excellent exchange, nice rewards if you use my link to register. And they will have trading competitions on the 8th of January for a global. And we're going to have in February, we're going to have one specifically for our community. So if you do end up checking that out, make sure you understand that it is definitely something worth registering with. If you use my link, you'll be eligible. Last but not least, if you're new to the community, please make sure you read through my signal recommendations or signals guide. You have to understand what goes into it. I explain everything. All your questions will be answered if you just read that first. All right, folks. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take good care of yourself.